Good morning. I am making muffins, my favorite recipe from the Boat Galley cookbook. I'm trying a variation though. I added cinnamon, brown sugar, raisins, and walnuts. So we'll see how that's going to be. We are riding an unusual storm out, a cold front that's coming in here. It usually doesn't blow this long, but it's supposed to blow for several days. Today is Friday. It started Wednesday night actually, and blew all day yesterday. So it's tomorrow the rains come. It's supposed to blow and rain all the way until next Wednesday. Oh my gosh. So anyways, do some baking, make some yummy, stirring up my batter. And then this morning I am going to make French toast with Cuban bread. How about that? So Eric keeps trying to get videos of the seaplanes that come in. They're so cool. There's the one coming in right now. And I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what. Oh, I think he just put something, he'll have to explain it, on our boat somehow so that we don't rock so much, because it's really rolly. Because unfortunately we have a swell now coming in from this side of the island too. But he can tell you about that later, his little trick that he did to make us not roll. Daisy is happy because she went to the beach. Now she's going to take a nap. That's our morning update from little Ashira on the dry Tortugas. Okay, so how did you stabilize the boat so it doesn't rock?
So I use a reaching strut and put it off the side as a kind of a leverage pole, and basically I drop down an anchor and a bunch of chain wrapped around, so there's a big weight and the weight is just sitting on the bottom, and it's tight. So if the boat starts to rock, it tries to pick up that weight, so it prevents the boat from rocking, and then of course it doesn't rock the other way because the anchor sits right back down on the bottom. So it just prevents the momentum from starting. It doesn't stop it completely, but at least we're not doing this type of rocking. Now we're just kind of doing, that. So that's all.
Sailboat MacGyver strikes again.
In extreme conditions, then I could put the dinghy out there with a little harness on the dinghy. So basically, it's trying to pick up the whole dinghy out of the water. And same thing, it stops the boat from rocking, and it goes back the other way. The dinghy's on the water, so it doesn't pull anymore. So, but for what we have here, this is fine. Okay, so this is a couple of fun facts about the frigate birds. They're tropical birds, so they're in the warmer parts of the oceans. They have about a 6-foot wingspan, maybe a little bit bigger, but they cannot land on water. They're just giant gliders. They use their beak to pluck fish from the surface of the water, or they steal from other birds, and they have been recorded to fly for over 90 days straight and at elevations up to about 14,000 feet.
day. We've been here 4 days. Eric's gonna cook us some dinner. Our last piece of fresh meat that we had stuffed in our little freezer. So we're having chicken breast tonight, and then I made a tomato, cucumber, onion salad. We are weathering out the weather, right? Oh my gosh, it's been blowing today, 31 miles an hour wind, and it's raining and cloudy and dark out. And
So it's been blowing since Wednesday, and today's Sunday,
yes,
and it's not supposed to let up till Wednesday. So for a week straight of 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, it's just not been fun. We can't do anything, so.
yeah, but we're getting a lot of naps and we're catching up on all our sleep. And we have Starlink, so we've been playing on the internet a lot more than we usually do. But ooh, that's gonna be tasty. Anyways, there hasn't been much to video because this is what's going on. So that's our latest update, I guess, huh? And here's our poor little sweet Daisy. She did go to the beach once today, but they have strict leash laws. You have to keep your dog on a leash on the beach, which is dumb. So she can't run anymore. And run in the sand. Hi, Daisy. She's a trooper.
These are all the boats that came from Cuba with refugees on them. Some were actually decent. Some is just absolutely amazing. It's a sheet metal pieced together. This one here is all made out of styrofoam. Just with a wood frame. Most of them have diesels. Some are cooled from the ocean. Some actually are just right out of a car and they have a radiator. Yeah, this is just made out of corrugated steel, just roofing material, styrofoam. Another one made out of styrofoam. I mean, this is just sheet metal, little single cylinder diesel. And you can see they just bolt them together. It's sheet metal. They just put caulk between the sheets. That's pretty amazing that they're that desperate to leave their country to come here. See another one here that's all styrofoam. Risking the close to 100-mile journey across to get here. Now the law here is that they have what they call wet foot, dry foot. If you actually make it to shore and set foot on land, you actually can stay in the U.S. If they catch you in the water, even if you're 5 feet from shore, then they automatically send you back. And most of these just have an old propeller, solid shaft. Some of these boats are somewhat seaworthy, but most of them are just hand-built while nobody's watching, and they leave at night and just take their chance coming here. So many people in the U.S. especially take granted for what they have, and they're kind of blind to what's happening in the rest of the world. See this one here? Plastic, it's just plastic tarps covering the boat. And amazing, it's a plastic sheet held together. Cookies in the bottom. You got some caulk, clothes, some of the children clothing on board. It's kind of sad if you look and see just the history and you kind of tell who came. All these homemade paddles. And it is sad. All in search of a new life, a better life. And the sad part is that a lot of Americans don't realize that these refugees are not here to rob us or steal. They're just here to try and raise a family, make an honest living, and they're willing to work in the fields at below minimum wage, because it's still way more than they make at home. So this is reality. It's not to drive home, open your garage door and pull your car in and close it and ignore what's going on.